Well, welcome to the new setup. Now, there are still some things to do, but we are getting there. The England top, well, I don't own a football top, so 2011 Rugby World Cup is doing the job today. Anyway, this week, the artificial intelligence race moved quietly beyond the chatbot. Now, we're no longer just talking about tools that answer questions or rewrite emails or generate the occasional lesson plan. I think we're going to be entering the age of agentic AI, and that is systems that can gather information, work across files and applications, break a complicated project into stages, and carry much of that work forward independently. Now, on the 9th of July, OpenAI launched ChatGPT Work, powered by GPT 5.6. And Work can research and analyze information, use connected files and applications, and produce finished documents, spreadsheets, presentations, reports, and web apps. A user can follow its progress, redirect it, and approve important actions, but the system can remain with a complicated project for hours, breaking into stages and completing much of the work independently. And this is not being held back as an experimental business tool. It is rolling out to ChatGPT Edu, bringing these capabilities directly into the institutions already using OpenAI. Then, 5 days later, Anthropic launched Claude for Teachers. Now, verified K-12 teachers in the US can receive a year of premium access with teaching tools connected to academic standards across all 50 states and curriculum resources, including the OpenAI and the illustrative mathematics. But the important development is not the free access. I think it's the workflow. A teacher can ask Claude to analyze class information they choose to share, identify learning needs, and prepare differentiated materials. Anthropic even gives the example of scheduling Claude to review exit tickets every afternoon and adapt the following day's lessons. The standards alignment, assessment information, and adapted lesson materials, that is a massive shift. So for me, it isn't the question of, can AI help me make a lesson plan? I think what we've got here is how much of the planning analysis and decision-making process am I prepared to delegate? Now, in England, the Department for Education published Keeping Children Safe in Education 2026 on the 7th of July. Now, the schools have to continue using the 2025 guidance until the 31st of August, and the new version comes into force on the 1st of September. Now, this explicitly brings generative AI into the conversation around online safety, safeguarding, filtering, and monitoring, directs schools towards guidance covering risks connected to safeguarding, ethics, data protection, and intellectual property. It also states that filtering and monitoring requirements apply when schools use generative AI. Now, for British international schools where I'm at, including those here in the UAE, the response can't be to copy and paste an English policy. Schools have to interpret these principles through local data protection requirements, regulatory expectations, their own safeguarding systems, and the technology pupils can access both on and off campus. Now, at my school, we are introducing the underpouches next term as part of a mobile-free approach. Now, this matters because a phone in a pupil's pocket is no longer only a distraction. Potentially, it's an unmonitored research assistant, a content generator, image creator, an autonomous work tool with access to the wider internet. The KCSIE 26 itself now states that schools should be mobile-free by default. Your phone policy, AI policy, assessment, filtering, and safeguarding can no longer be treated as separate conversations. And the wrong response is a blanket ban that ignores how useful these systems can be, but equally wrong response is to switch everything on and assume that policies written for simple chatbots are still sufficient. Before the new term, every school leader should be able to answer these 4 questions. Who has access to agentic AI through which accounts and on which devices? What information can those systems reach, particularly assessment information, student records, and internal school documents? Which parts of teaching, feedback, and student work must remain visibly and demonstrably human-led? Who is accountable for approving these tools, monitoring their use, and responding when something goes wrong? And the week may not even be over. Google has already confirmed that Gemini 3.5 Pro is in development and being used internally. Now, reports suggest it could launch on the 17th of July, potentially with a 2 million token context window and more advanced agentic capabilities. Now, to be clear, neither the date nor those specifications have been confirmed officially, but if the reports are accurate, ChatGPT Work, Claude for Teachers, and Google's next Pro model will have landed within little more than a week. And Google may have the biggest educational advantage of all. Gemini for Education, Notebook LM, and Gemini in Classroom are already available at no additional cost through Google Workspace for Education, and that puts Google's AI tools inside an ecosystem many schools already use every single day. So while OpenAI and Anthropic are making significant moves into education, Google may have the shortest route from a new frontier model to the classroom. That is what makes this such an extraordinary week. You've got three major AI companies are not simply competing to build the smartest chatbot, they are competing to control the workflow around teaching, learning, and knowledge work. These technology companies are competing to embed increasingly capable AI into the everyday workflow of schools. The real challenge isn't that AI can now write a better lesson plan, it is that AI can increasingly complete the workflow around it. And many of the school policies were written for a world in which that simply was not possible. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe to keep up to date with future videos. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video.